It's your boy, Young Threezy, aka Venture Zen, aka XO Threeses, coming at you again with another banger. Today, instead of doing a boring little 2K is so bad video, I thought I'd give y'all a little story time because I have some lit stories that some of y'all don't even know about. So, let me just tell y'all about the first time I ever threw a party, and it was a major disaster. I'll get into how it was a disaster in a minute. It wasn't a disaster in the sense like, oh, like this party's lame. Like, it was a disaster in the sense that something really terrible happened and I had to shut it down. But let me give y'all some backstory first. I was in Florida and I went home with my dad. My mom was still down there. I don't really know why, but she told me I had to stay with my dad because there's nobody at my house. Yeah, my dad lives separately from us. But anyways, I was like, bet. And I saw that as an opportunity to throw a lit-ass party at my crib because nobody was going to be there. So I called up everybody and I'm like, yo, I'm going to have a lit-ass party on this day. It was like the day before the Super Bowl, I think. It was like Super Bowl weekend 2020. And mad people said they wanted to go. And on top of that, this crazy girl that I was talking to invited a bunch of her friends from like East Buttfuck to come over and chill at the party and shit. So we had mad females there that I didn't even know. And I didn't really have a problem with that. I think that just made the party more poppin'. But it did cause problems for us later, and I will get into that, like I said. But anyways, my boy, who I said I was sleeping over with, you know, I took out a couple $100. He comes, picks me up from my dad's crib, and we go and we buy some good-ass bud. Yo, shouts out my girl Sasha. Your fucking kush is amazing. She grows that shit so good. But anyways, I picked up like $200 worth of weed. And I was going to use the rest of my money on booze, free bud for everybody, so people have a reason to come. You know, didn't want that shit to be fucking lame. So, this girl that I was talking to, this crazy girl, I do not like her. She's annoying. She fucked me over pretty bad. You know, all girls are the same, except my current girlfriend. Love you, Hannah. But, basically, she was there at the crib when we got there, and me and my boy started setting up everything. You know, we had like speaker, mad cups, everything. We were setting up like tables, shit, chairs, because we knew there was gonna be mad people there, and we were like, basement was pretty much the way it was, so we had to rearrange everything. So we was doing that, and this girl's friends pull up, and there's not even like a small group of females. There's like 8 of them probably, and like I don't even know who the fuck they are. So like we have like 8 girls just chilling in the basement before anybody gets there, and I'm like, all right, yo, I'm just gonna start telling heads to come. Party wasn't supposed to start till way later, but I just started telling heads to come, like, yo, slide. So people start showing up. We get like a bong bussin'. My boy goes out to get bud, and I mean not bud, booze. He gets so much booze, like I don't think I've ever seen that much booze in my life. Like we spent so much money on booze. I don't even know how he got it all that much for just a few hundred. Like we had like 3 things of Tito's, like a gallon of Fireball. Yeah, white girl drinks, but I had a thing of Henny for myself. So myself and the classy niggas. But we had so much alcohol. We had like Patron too, $100 Patron in a bed-ag, you heard? Get your money up, not your funny up. We had so much shit, and things was actually going good at first. Like we was all getting lit in the basement. Like I was getting to know everybody that I didn't know because it was my fucking party, and I'm not like that awkward, but I was pretty awkward back then, so like I can't even hold you. Like I was just kind of weird with it, but things started to go better because we used my dining room table as a fucking hard liquor pong table. I don't really know why we was playing hard liquor pong, and I don't really know why the people that were playing hard liquor pong were playing hard liquor pong. So there was this one kid who came to the party. I don't like him anymore. A lot of y'all know who the fuck this kid is. He's a bitch. He fucked like 2 girls that I've gotten with. He fucked my ex-girlfriend that I dated for 2 years like 4 times. That shit is absolutely terrible. Like that's just breaking the bro code on so many levels. And I told him not to do it every single time. He actually admitted at this party that he did it for the first time. He admitted that he like fucked her. And since I was talking to that crazy girl at the time, I was like, you know, like I don't really care, bro. Like fuck it. I didn't realize that crazy girl was gonna fuck me over. Fuck girls, bro. I mean, I do have a beautiful girlfriend right now that I'm very appreciative of. but a lot of girls are freaking toxic as fuck, and you gotta learn that the hard way. So basically, this kid who's kind of a D-bag and kind of manipulative was like, yo, let's get some hard liquor pong going. Because we had beer, bro, but like, I don't understand why we were playing hard liquor pong instead of beer pong. Like, beer pong is like way easier. So they were just getting the hard liquor pong bussing, and I was like, all right, so be it. Like, I don't even care. And he is playing with his friend against these two girls that were friends with that crazy girl, and one of them is like this small ass girl. Like, one of them is like a kind of big girl who like definitely drinks, smokes, like can take her shit. Like, I wasn't worried about her. I was more worried about this like girl that was barely fucking 5 feet, who was like a freshman and was like pounding fucking hard liquor like no tomorrow. So basically, she throws up upstairs. The party was going on mainly in the basement, so there's kids in the basement, but they were playing hard liquor pong upstairs in the dining room. And like, she throws up once, then that scumbag kid throws up, and he throws up again. And I'm like, all right, yo, like, everybody's yakking in my toilet upstairs. Like, can y'all just chill out and stop drinking? And he's like, nah, like, I want to keep playing. Like, you could definitely tell he was trying to get these girls drunk. I was like, all right, bro. So they kept playing, and finally that like freshman girl throws up again. And I was like, all right, yo, I'm shutting this down. Everybody's coming downstairs. We're just getting lit downstairs. Like, I'm gonna get the bong busting and everything. Like, I got some bud. Chill with the drinking. Like, the night's not even started. And everybody's like, okay, because they're like so sick of seeing everybody throw up. I was so sick of seeing everybody throw up. I didn't want something bad to happen. But that shit stopped, and everybody's kind of doing their own thing. I think kids were actually going upstairs and like banging in the bedrooms, which was kind of weird. There was like my bedroom, there's like a guest room, and like these kids asked me if they could go into my room. I was like, fuck it, nigga, like, I don't even care. And there's kids in there, there's kids in the guest room, and there's another like sort of guest room, and there was other kids in there too. So this party was pretty lit, and it was getting lit fast. Like, we was all chilling in the basement, like having a good time. I played fucking ukulele, don't ask me how, and I was just playing my uke for everybody drunk, like cross-faded as fuck, and everybody was loving that shit. And we were all chilling downstairs. We had the bong bussing, everything was going good. And my crazy friend, who was best friends with that like freshman girl, you know, she comes downstairs, she's like, yo, like, we have a problem. And I'm like, what's the problem? Like, where you been? Like this is the girl that I'm talking to at the time. And yes, I said talking to. I'm a high schooler. Well, I was a high schooler at this time. Like, don't judge me. I know it's kind of weird. But, like, she has been MIA since that whole thing. So I just assumed that she was going upstairs to take care of her friend and everything, which she was. They were just chilling in the bathroom, like, while her friend was super sick. But her friend got super sick, and she hit her fucking head on my bathtub. Like, there's a bathtub behind the toilet upstairs, and she fucking knocked her noggin on that shit because she blacked out. And she was not only blacked out, but she was bleeding out of her head, like, bad. Like, I got into my bathroom, I came upstairs, and I started fucking freaking out. Like, I was like, what am I supposed to do? Because I literally saw a piece of that girl's head on my floor. Like, what? I didn't know what the hell I was supposed to do. I thought I was about to get in, like, legal trouble. Like, I thought I was about to have to go to court, because, like, we'd probably have to call an ambulance or something. So basically, all the kids that was fucking upstairs were like huddled around this girl, and I think actually like 2 of them were actual EMTs, like trained EMTs, or they had like some sort of medical training or whatever. So they were like debating what we should do, and I was like asking them like, yo, do you think we need to call an ambulance? Like, what's good with this? Like, this girl is completely unconscious, she is bleeding out her dome, like, what should we do? So I just run and grab medical supplies. And that douchebag kid starts, like, I don't know, like, holding her. Like, he was kind of taking care of her, I guess. He didn't really, like, nobody really did anything, like, to stop the wound or anything. Like, we just put, like, a bunch of gauze around it, and that was that. And then she starts fucking foaming out her mouth. This is when shit started to get bad. I got a bowl and, like, put it under her mouth. She was, like, foaming out her mouth. Like, I thought she was having a straight-up seizure. I think she was, low-key. But I didn't really know. Like, I just started panicking. Like, fuck. Like, what am I supposed to do? So kids start figuring this out from downstairs. There's probably like 40 heads in my house at this point, and kids from downstairs start figuring it out. They're all coming upstairs slowly, like, yo, what the fuck's going on? What the fuck? And kids are still pulling up, like, and they have no idea what the fuck's going on. So I'm like, bro, I don't even know what to do. Like, everybody's huddled around this girl upstairs in one of the guest rooms, and we just have no idea what to do. So I'm like, yo, like, I don't think we should call an ambulance. Like, I'm gonna get in so much trouble. All of us are gonna get in so much trouble if we get the like freaking feds involved. Like, y'all know that. And but like one of the EMT people, or the person who has medical training, was like, nah, like, I think we should, like, this is not a good sign. And I was like, well, yeah, they're probably right, but I just, like, I don't want to get in trouble. I know that's kind of a D-bag move, but I wanted to see if it was really bad before, like, we had to call the ambulance, because she had stopped, like, shit had stopped coming out of her mouth, and she was like, nothing was, like, there wasn't any other bad signs. Like, that was only like a brief, like, 1 minute thing. So I don't know if she had like a mini seizure or whatever. Like, I don't even know, bro. Even if she did, like, we probably should have called an ambulance. But basically, that crazy girl didn't really like the fact that I didn't want to get in trouble. So, like, she starts bitching on me for it. I'm like, yo, why don't you just call her dad, have her, like, have her dad bring her to the hospital or something. And like, thank God that this girl's dad was not like a crazy strict dad, like, and was a dad that understands these kinds of things. Because no questions asked, he pulled up to the crib, and like, that douchebag kid that was taking care of her carried her out. He carried her downstairs and carried her out. So basically, I looked like the bad guy here. I mean, technically I was, because I didn't want to get in trouble, bro. I mean, but like, who could blame me? Like I don't want to get, like, nobody knows that I'm here. Like, the cops are gonna, like, call my mom, who's chilling in Florida, and be like, yo, like, something happened at your house, and I was gonna get in deep shit. So there is literal throw up all over my toilet, blood all over the bathroom. Like, I'm not even making this shit up. Like, my friend who I had who I said I was sleeping over at his house, like, me and him were just cleaning up, like, the whole bathroom and shit. It was so nasty, bro. Like, that was very traumatic, that sight right there. I was low-key freaking out. Like, I can't even hold you, but, like, once again, who could fucking blame me? Like, mad people would be doing the same shit. So, anyways, we carried her out, and that crazy girl that I was talking to went with her in the car. Like, she left with her. She left, like, all those friends that she brought, like, at my house. Like, I didn't even know these girls, and they were just all there still. Like, she was the only one that left. So I was like, why did you leave? Like, I was texting her. She didn't answer me, bro. Like, obviously I would find out that this girl was just fucking me over. But, like, that was way later on. I think that this was definitely one of the turning points when I was like, yo, don't call an ambulance. But whatever, you know. Like, I just didn't want to get in trouble, and I didn't get in trouble. This was a good solution. Nothing actually happened to that girl. Like, she was actually fine. She woke up right as, like, we were putting her in the car and everything to go with her dad. And literally, I don't think, like, nothing happened to her. I think she just had, like, maybe she had a mini seizure. I don't even know, bro. But I came back inside. Kids were, like, pulling up and everything, and I was like, yo, we got to shut this bitch down. Like, I don't even know why I shut it down, to be honest. Like, we definitely could have still kept it going, but I shut it down. Like, there was blood and throw up everywhere upstairs in the bathroom, and I don't know, I was just kind of traumatized. I was freaking out, mad, and I didn't know what to do. So we kicked everybody out, and yeah, that's basically how my first party got ruined. This crazy girl brought her friend, who was a little bit of a lightweight, and this scummy kid kept making her drink. He kept asking her to play hard liquor pong and shit. And she kept drinking, and she kept throwing up. And this kid was throwing up too. Like, I need to remind y'all that. But he was the one who was, like, holding her, taking care of her, this and that. Because he was upstairs banging this girl. Another girl, actually, that wasn't her. And, you know, everybody was like, oh, he's the hero, this and that. So it was a complete disaster. I was just so overwhelmed by everything. And we cleaned up everything, me and that dude. Nothing ever like was found by my parents or whatever. I literally got away with it when they came home. Like, everything was completely fine. Me and a bunch of my boys just chilled at my crib. We just smoked all night, this and that. And yeah, that's pretty much how it went. I'm never gonna throw a party again, bro. I do not like having that kind of responsibility. I like getting lit, but it was really traumatic and very annoying. So I hope y'all enjoyed this story time. It was kind of brief, but that's the gist of it. And I'll see y'all next video. 3Z out.